The 20th century witnessed a total of 11 kings in the Efik kingdom, the last of them being His Royal Majesty Ididemboko Enembangkobum the Fifth, natural ruler, treaty king, and grand patriarch of the Efik people, Obong of Calabar, 1989 to 1998. This Obong was popularly known as Ika, and notable events that took place during his reign made me read about him. He was born in 1924 in a place called Kobom Town, which is also known as Tonko. During his infant baptism when he was 3 years old, an African church bishop prophetically named him David the Child King, and you can say that he eventually became king. Both his parents were from royal lineages of Atta Iboko and Ifimekbo of old Eburutu. It's important to note that before he became king, Ika had been a teacher, he had been a nurse, he had even been in the military. As a matter of fact, he fought in the Second World War. It was after the war that he came back to Lagos and worked in the General Hospital. After working in General Hospital, he worked in other parts of the country before he retired in 1982. During his lifetime, he was conferred with the Ekwe title called Isunyampe. Then later he became Obongship. He was eventually conferred or inducted into the Obong's council as advisor, and then he later became an Etubong himself. There was a time he wanted to be Obong of Calabar. He desired to be Obong of Calabar, but the Etubong Traditional Council selected his cousin, Etubong Basi Ifremadam, on the grounds of seniority. It's important to note at this point that before anyone becomes Obong of Calabar, he must have been Etubong, but maybe we'll talk about that one some other time. So they selected his cousin on the grounds of seniority, and he wasn't having it, so he went to court, but that case did not yield any fruit. So he finally got the opportunity to become the Obong, and he was coronated in 1989 as the Obong of Calabar. And one thing that excites me about his coronation is that his church coronation service, which took place in Duketown Presbyterian Church, he was crowned by late Pastor E. Okun, who was the first indigenous national president of the Apostolic Church in Nigeria. And that excites me because I loved him when he was alive. So that caught my attention. Now, a lot of events, notable events, took place during the reign of Ika. One of them was the death of Brigadier General Dan Achibong, the military governor as at that time. The death of the longest living private legal practitioner, Lawyer Iyo Iyawan, he died too. The head of Nigerian Navy, the first head of Nigerian Navy, Admiral Joseph Edet, died as well. This king ruled through Babangida's time, through the Third Republic, up to the reign of Sani Abacha. It was also during his time that the Bakassi Peninsula issue reared its ugly head. It was during his reign that we witnessed the drama between the Obong's Council and Akwabuyo Local Government Council, when Akwabuyo was granted local or restored its local government council. And that one is a whole different gist on its own. I can't even begin to talk about it here. It was during his reign that the government erroneously renamed some Efik clans and then placed them under the supervision of a food. For instance, Anantaga Nwang was renamed a food Anantaga, Wanse was renamed a food Wanse, and then placed under the supervision of a food. It was the Obong's Council that challenged the state government and informed them that clan creation is not based on falsehood or false claims and political affiliation, but based on common ancestry and primary ownership, which is correct in my opinion. So that's very remarkable for me and worthy of note. It was also during his reign that the claim by the Kors that they were the first tribe to arrive Calabar was refuted. I don't mean to laugh, but this claim has long been disproved by historians. So it was during his reign that that claim was refuted, and I think that is worthy of note. Another other important events that took place during his reign include the disagreement between the Unical students and people of Obufai's Rock, and also the Court of Young and its war. Those two are also notable, but the most important event that took place during his reign is or was the effort at strengthening ties, social ties with the Efik community in Akwa Ibom State. Don't forget we have brothers in Akwa Ibom State who are now separated from us seemingly due to state creation. For instance, Itu people. So a body known as Akwa Isom the Toefo Akwa Ibom was inaugurated for that purpose. So that was very, very remarkable and worthy of note as well. So Edidem Boko Enem Kobum the fifth finally died after reigning for 10 years. He fathered 38 children and he weathered the storm through many challenges. Like the saying goes, heavy is the head that wears the crown. And I think he did great considering the short period of time that he reigned and all that he had to do, all that he achieved. So I think he was a great king. And I hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, kindly like this video and share it with your friends. Subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I will see you next weekend with another interesting gist on culture. Enjoy your weekend. Bye bye.